Hello, it's Patrick Melly here at the Russian Hill and Tallowan Ranch Vineyard, the Sauvignon Blanc Vineyard. It's a beautiful May day, and it's our first time to really get caught up with what's going on in the vineyard, what we've done. We've had heavy rains this past year, much more than normal, so we've been a little bit delayed getting into the vineyard. There are several people that have tried to get into the vineyard only to get their tractors stuck. So we've had now 2 weeks of really good dry weather. So we have gone through with the tractors. We have mowed and we have disked under the cover crop that we had, and now we've started addressing the vines. They're a little ungainly at this point. You'll see that there's just a lot of green growth all through here. If you look down towards the bottom, you'll see that there's something that we call suckers, and it's just some growth that we want to remove so it doesn't drain any excess energy from the vines. So we're in a position, we're going to do the video this year, or this month, in 2 parts. I want to show you this that has not been addressed yet, and then we'll just move over a couple rows and we'll pick out a row of vines that we've already gone through, and we've taken the suckers off and we have shoot positioned and done things like that. You can kind of see the before and after. One of the things that you'll be looking for is these shoots are just at a length now that they're all hanging, many of them are hanging outside of our wire. We don't want that. We want to tuck them up under the wire, and you'll see that we do that in the vines that have already been treated. So once we get them up underneath, it gives them a little bit more support, because we do have strong winds at this time of the year, and they can easily break off these very, very tender shoots. So that's kind of where we're at. We'll summarize in a minute what we've done and what we hope to have accomplished, and then we're going to leave the vines alone for a couple of months and let them grow up a little bit more, and then I'll be making a video and telling you what's transpired in the last month or 2 months. Okay, so here we are in the same Sauvignon Blanc section of the Tallowan Ranch Vineyard, and we've just literally moved over 2 rows. And these are rows that we have already manicured, if you will. So we've gone through and we've done the things that we need to at this stage to set up our chase for the best quality come August or September. And if you look, just in comparison, this row looks much more manicured than the previous rows that we looked at. You'll see that all the extraneous green growth is not here because it's on the ground. We've dropped it. We've gone through and taken off some of those shoots so that we'd have good air movement going through, but you'll still be able to see that we have, here would be an example of what's going to be our potential crop. These are flowers that are going to open up and they'll pollinate, and each one of these little almost BB looking things will become a grape that I'll be making into wine next year or later this year. So if you were to look down on the base of the vine, we've taken off what we call the suckers, this extraneous growth that does us no good except that robs some energy from the vine. So to kind of summarize, we have now mowed the vineyard, we have disked the vineyard, we have plowed under, if you will, all of the cover crop that we had planted during the winter. We've now gone through and we've removed excess shoots, and we've tucked the vines up. You'll see that it's been tucked up in the wires so that if a strong wind comes through, because they're very brittle right now, very sensitive, if a strong wind comes through, they've got some support and they won't break off. So that's kind of where we're at. This is our first really getting into the vineyard and doing work this year.